Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today is lesson 108, which is actually a revision and more of a request by the Chinese version subscriber. So he or she asked whether I could teach tenses, and I said it's okay. Because right now my book is ready. If you want to make a booking, if you want to buy my book, then please WhatsApp me. You need to WhatsApp. You can't post on the YouTube channel because I may miss it. I'm worried about that for booking purposes. But for questions and all that is okay, because in the past there were people who make inquiries about my book on a YouTube channel. But I sort of miss it because after answering the questions, I sort of, I look for new questions, so the old questions sort of slowly, what do I say, simple English is just like a forgotten thing, So now that I will have to look back who wanted to buy my book is going to be very difficult, because there are more than 100 videos, and I have to go one by one to see who actually ordered, so it's quite difficult for me. So if you want to purchase or want to buy my book, you need to make a booking now. Just WhatsApp to me and let me know. As usual, let me introduce myself. I'm Dr. Lee from Penang, Malaysia. My hometown is Bukit Mertajam. And presently, at least for more than 10 years now, I have been staying in Johor, Kluang. But before Johor, I was actually in Sabah. So all this while, I was teaching in different schools, and actually, I was a Bahasa Malaysia teacher. I love Bahasa Malaysia actually, and I actually enjoy teaching Bahasa Malaysia. Now I'm still teaching Bahasa Malaysia until SPM. But at the same time, I'm very interested in English. So I would like to share with you what this student requested, tenses, which is very, very wide. Actually, I have done it previously. If you want to look back at the old videos, you can. But of course, all those videos were done in Bahasa Malaysia, because I discovered that English viewers and Chinese viewers, Chinese meaning to say I conduct the lesson in Mandarin, the viewers were far less than the Bahasa Malaysia viewers. Actually, I have a very strong subscriber base for Bahasa Malaysia, very strong. Alright, yesterday I did with you simple present, simple past, simple future individually. Today I combine, and after today I will not do this again. I will do another new 3 tenses. Now, just to to refresh your memory, remember that simple present tense deals with actions that happen in the past, is happening now, and it will happen in the future. It happens all the time. So these are the words, or this, when you mean every day, you mean always, when your meaning is all the time, often, usually, sometimes, seldom, then you have to use the simple present tense. You don't have to say I go to school every day. You just have to say I go to school. And I, the listener, will understand that you mean all the time. You mean every time, okay? So, again, back to English. As I told you, English is actually revolving. It goes round 7 pronouns. I, you, we, they, he, she, it. For I, you, we, they, we do not put S to the verb. Verb means sing, dance, walk, run, and so on. But for he, she, and it, yes, you have to put S. Except, okay, remember, English, there's no 100%. Okay, because at certain times you say, hey, you can do it. But there, of course, there are some very basic grammar which cannot change. It's like this. There are still. But for this one, I, you, we, they, usually actually they belong to the same family. Meaning to say, for the verb you do not put s. But for he, she, and it, yes, we will put s, except was and were. Was is used for I, he, she, it. Were is used for you, we, they. So we can be very, we can safely say that he, she, it, we need to put s. You, we, they, we do not put s. I, we don't put s except was. That's all. I can safely say that. Alright? So, simple past tense. Simple past tense means to say things that happened before today, before now. And simple past tense, we do not worry about whether it is I, you, we, they, he, she, or it. We don't worry about that. As long as it is in the past tense, then the verb, for example, sing, the verb change to sang. For example, drink, you change to drank. For example, go, you change to went. You just change the verb. You don't worry about whether it is I, you, we, they, he, she, or it. And words that are used with the past tense are associated with past tense are yesterday, just now, last, and ago. And actually, I don't have to say I went to school yesterday. I can just tell you I went to school, and then you understand that it is before. It is not now. It is not every time. And simple future tense. Simple future tense is a bit special because for I and we, you need to use shall. But I and you, we can also use will. Shall and will are the same meaning. Okay? Except that for I and you can use for both. The rest you just use will. So actually, tenses always ask us when. When did this happen? So simple future tense means to say it will happen in the future. So when we mean tomorrow or next week or afterwards, later or soon, when we mean the time is going to happen in the future. Then for I and we use will or shall, and the rest we use will. So now I combine all this in one. So you notice that I write you go to work, you went to work, you will go to work. 3 different tenses. This means every time. Okay? You went to work means in the past. You will go to work means in the future. So actually we don't have to emphasize on yesterday, tomorrow, but for the convenience and for students to better understand, normally we like to put the time so that students can actually understand. Oh, I'm talking about every day. Okay. For here, I have then here, he goes to work. That means every day. He went to work, that means maybe yesterday. He will go to work in the future, tomorrow, later, afterwards. I go to work every time. I went to work in the past. I shall go to work maybe tomorrow or soon or afterwards or next week. And then remember that we can use shall, we can also use will. We can use both. So you will understand that when I say I go to work, it means to say every time. When I tell you I went to work, then you understand I'm talking about the past. And when I say I shall go to work, then you understand that it is talking about the future. So looking at this, do you think you can tell me the answer? He go jogging every evening. You can see the word every. And then you see he. When you use every and you use he, you must put s. Therefore, go becomes goes. Alright? How about number 2? Can you get the answer correct? I. And then tomorrow. So it's here. tomorrow, tomorrow. I. So for I we use shall, we can also use will. So it means to say we shall meet. Sorry, we shall write. Oh sorry, I shall write a letter tomorrow. Or I will write a letter tomorrow. For number 3, what is your answer? Can you get the answer for me? They always. Always. Can you see the word always? You can see the word always here. And then you can see the word they, which is up here. So they always cannot put S. Therefore, they always, this word swim cannot put S. So your answer is swim. Number 4, they, oh I'm so sorry. Number 3 should be we last evening, past tense. So when it is past tense, meet becomes met. And just now number 4, they always. Answer is the same, don't put anything. And then number 5, she. Next Friday, can you see the word next here? And then you can see the word she. So your answer is will. Will and then bake. Number 6, what is your answer? Can you get the answer? You, then you see the word just now. Just now is over, is in the past tense. So past tense, look, you put ed. That is your answer. 7, sometimes. Can you see the word sometimes? And then it, sometimes it. So you need to put s. Sleep, you put s, so it becomes sleeps. Number 8, he. Later, can you see later? And then he, so you use will. And then phone. You notice that will, you must put the base form. Base form means to say you cannot put s, you cannot put ed, you cannot put ing. Will, the base form. Will, the base form. Shall, also the base form. And number 9, a few days ago. Can you see the word ago? Past tense. So past tense, fall becomes fell. So this is your answer. Okay? So how many did you get correct? You can write up here. Okay? How many correct? Alright? So that's all for today. 3 tenses, different tenses, which I have done revision with you. If you want to know more, go to the previous videos which I have done, number 1 to number 100. There I did a lot of tenses. And of course, if you buy my book, there are more tenses, so you can do that. And once the book I have already distributed, I will start lesson by lesson following my book in this YouTube channel. So those who have bought the book can actually do the exercises at home, and then they can watch my videos and understand more about these tenses. Alright, so I hope you like my video and I hope you understand. So if you do, please support me. Give me a like, share and subscribe. Thank you.